do you think the uncle's going to have on him? Since this is a standard race, we're going to have to do the
and weapons are guaranteed in standard races, right?
That is correct. So the Redarang we see in the chest in the house is not one of the guaranteed weapons.
Oh, hey, it's a green pendant on Hera. That's going to make a late Death Mountain.
That could be true. I think I'm kind of hoping for somebody checking that lumberjack cave sooner rather than later. So
yeah.
We'll see how that ends up working.
Ooh, a cane would be funny. But, oh, wow, okay. Link to the Past Ken has the hacks.
So, Cana Samaria on the uncle.
That's interesting. It's not very difficult either, and it gives us a guaranteed progression item really early. So, all in all, not the worst thing you can find.
No, very true.
Are there good? Like, my personal favorite starting weapon is probably the red cane, the red rod, fire rod.
I don't know. I think I want to go with the ice rod just because it's
Is the ice rod considered one of the items you can complete Hyrule Castle with? Because I'm pretty sure you could get soft locked.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Oh, you're right. The ice rod
because you can't kill the guards in here.
Correct.
Okay, watching Shivahei just push the block into the guard's going to be funny.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that the ice rod only freezes the enemies, and you would actually need something else, which you're not guaranteed to get.
Yeah, that's why one of my favorite strats when I was a kid, going into Aghanim, was those two ball and chain knights. I would ether them, and I'd just start throwing them at each other. Kills them in a couple hits. Oh, that's a nice kill in that chest.
Yeah, Shivahei is showing some pretty good Cana Samaria strats here. It looks like Relentank here also pretty good. It looks like Hitsuyan's actually the first of our runners to visit the jail.
It looks like it.
So we'll see what kind of contraband Zelda's been hiding in her cell.
I didn't see what it was.
Oh, somebody was planning an escape, because that's a cape. So I think she was going to try to sneak out at night, put the cape on, and
so what you're telling me is we ruined her escape?
I think so. I think she was well prepared to just do it by herself.
So what you're saying is this is the Breath of the Wild Zelda?
Yeah, may as well be.
The one who can take care of herself.
I mean, it would be inconvenient if she ran out of magic, but, you know, not all plans are always perfectly laid out, if you get what I mean.
Just use caution with using the cape. It'll be fine. Besides, some of these guards are really, really dumb.
Yeah, just walked right past 3 of the green ones on Shiba's side, and they're like, huh?
Look, they're all mind-controlled. It's fine. It's fine. They don't know what they're doing.
So it looks like Hitsuyan's going to be the first to
get into the sewer, yeah.
Make it into the sewer. Looks like Relentank here a couple seconds behind, but
is he going to farm the snakes? No? Doesn't look like it. He's got a bomb, so I guess he doesn't really have a reason. Relen's the only one who doesn't have a bomb.
Yeah, I think Relen's the only one that really needs to do a little bit of hunting, because that might make him detour later on, just to go back into the... Oh, there we go. Rollin picking up a bomb.
Okay, everyone's got bombs now. They can all check the exit. That's probably the biggest time save you can do in this early, is getting a bomb to access that, so you don't have to check it later. Because you know it's gonna be something.
Well, with everybody getting a bomb, I'm thinking compass, burrito, and arrows, but we'll see. Oh, there's a full heart. There's arrows.
I've already seen the map.
And there's a heart. So the three chests providing for a fairly healthy seed, but...
yeah, this will make them take a few more risks, I think. I know I don't usually like going into fights with 3 hearts, but, I mean... realistically, it's gotta happen. It is a weak escape, but, you know, there are better ones. There's a chance that Kakariko's gonna be loaded. We could see Mini Muldrums have some stuff.
Yeah, this is not the best escape sequence, but I'll be interested to see if any of our runners actually make their way up to the Lumberjack area.
Yeah, I think Hitsuyan is.
He might be going Lost Woods, but we'll see where he ends up going.
Isn't this route usually to dip into Lumberjack on the way to Lost Woods? Ooh, bombs in the tree.
You pull on the tree and, you know, you can go back down into Lost Woods, or, well, Hitsuyan actually is going to check the Lumberjack Cave for us.
Yeah, this is the routing I usually take, because it alleviates... Ooh!
Oh, that's a medallion!
That's a quack. That's a duck. Oh, and a sword and Thieves' Hut.
I think that was the drop down in Lost Woods that Shiba was at.
Yeah, Thieves' Hut.
Ah, okay.
That's the right name, right?
Ugh. Good question. I'll just go with it.
Thieves' Hideout. I know it's not the Thieves' Shack, because technically that's blinds. I mean, what?
So it looks like at least all of our runners are going to have a pointy object, so...
Yeah. There's not really going to be a lot of variation until after Kakariko, I think. After the standard Kakariko check. I mean, some of them might decide to go into a dungeon, depending on what we see here. I would like to see some Dark World access. Oh, hey, wait. Someone doesn't have bombs. Ooh.
We've got 2 swords.
Nice. Shiba does not have bombs to check the back of Blind's Hut, so... that's not good.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We'll see what Shiba's going to end up missing out on for the time being.
They'll come back for it.
Yeah, either Hitsuyan or Rollin are going to make it back there first.
Did Rollin not grab the sword and the... oh, okay.
He definitely did.
Is that a silver?
No, that is a single arrow.
Oh, well.
A slightly less useful, unique item.
Mimero away.
Looks like Shiba's into the well.
Looks like we're going to have early Zora. Although, I don't think I've seen a scene in the past couple of months where you couldn't do Zora within the first 30 minutes. Let's be real.
Well, we've got a little bit more of Kakariko to go. Plus Mini Muldrums, so... I'm pretty much hoping and praying for a lamp to show up.
I think we're gonna have a dry Kakariko, and maybe everything's gonna be in Agina and South Hyrule at this point. All the big checks have been done.
Yeah, Bottle Vendor, not too
He gave you a small rebate.
Yeah, I think he's been taking lessons from Zora, but not quite running quite the scam Zora is just yet.
Not yet. He's learning, though. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Rollins going to have a little issue, so hopefully I'm going to switch the audio over to someone else. It looks like going through the rest of Kakariko, more rupees. We'll see what the library has for us. Oh, that's flippers.
That's nice. So it's boots locked.
Correct. And it looks like Shiva's going to visit the shop, pick up some bombs, and look like more rupees at the end of the escape game. Or, excuse the race game.
Like I said, Kakariko's kind of dry.
So let's see. Mini Moldorm, the chest inside the dam, draining the dam.
Ice
what do
Rod
we have
Cave.
left here? Okay, then we come around to Ice Rod Cave. So that's...
Potentially. And if they get enough money, they can do the fake flippers to Zora if they really want to. But that's not required. We've got someone going to Sasrella. That's a flute on the island.
Oh!
Yikes! And you know what? Misery Mire's probably a crystal.
Well, we'll see if we...
Oh, and a lot of hearts in the back of Sasrala. There's the boots. You can get the flippers now. It's going to be a bit of a walk.
Yeah, but so Hitsuyan finding the boots in...
Meanwhile, everyone else is going into Eastern. Interesting path diversion. I wouldn't have thought, you know, with as low on items as they were, that they would go to a dungeon this early. There's a lot of overworld to check, though, still.
Well, in a way, I kind of agree with what Rollin and He's Just a Boy are doing, because you kind of go, we do the same old, let's take a chance.
It is a gamble, and I think it might eventually pay off, but those Pegasus boots gives the other two an advantage right now.
Oh, absolutely. They can move faster.
Yeah, but there's the lamp. So, lamp's in Eastern, so you can do all of Eastern up until Armos, unless the bow's in here too, in which case... Vanilla?
Well, Aghanim is now entirely in logic, either with the Master Sword or the Cape.
Yeah.
And the lamp.
That is true. This might be an Aga required seed just for Dark World access.
Well, it could be an Aga seed because we know that medallion's sitting back there too, which, on the back end of things, if we end up looking at it all, we go, uh-oh, that was a Quake medallion. If that's on Mire or Turtle Rock, and they're crystals, you're doing it no matter if you want to or not.
So, I didn't see what was in the compass chest for Eastern, but it doesn't look like there's anything interesting.
I'm actually somewhat surprised that Rollin and He's Just a Boy are actually continuing in Eastern.
You get the lamp, you might as well keep going and finish the first part.
Oh, that's true. I mean...
Alright, so...
It's a pendant,
some
though?
cash and something are in the Great Fairy. I don't know why you save and quit. There's still one chest that you can check at that point.
I think He's Just a Boy might have divined that he's got no more items. It would either be like a compass or burrito chest.
Maybe? I mean, he does have the big key. I mean... Yeah, there are only 2 other items in there. And they're both map and compass. So yeah, good call. I'm wrong. But on the other hand, Shiva, where are you going? Shiva, you don't have the money.
I think he's checking Zora's ledge.
That's another sword.
Oh, that's a tempered sword.
I don't know. That's a really good pick. Like, if Hitsuya goes there, that's some nice. That's nice.
Shiva's actually making the mostly walk of shame here. Knows he doesn't have the rupees, but doesn't have a moon pearl either, so can't get down there.
Mm-hmm. Which made me wonder why he went there in the first place, but I guess...
Wishful thinking, perhaps? But,
maybe.
You know, just kind of go, oh, oops. But,
Hitsu will almost definitely be double-dipping eastern area. Maybe?
Well, Hitsu's gonna check the hobo. And that's really about the last outlier check that we have.
And it's just money. It's just money. So, you know what? The progression items on Agina.
So are we actually forced to go into Aghanim?
It's in the desert cave. The one no one will check.
Because technically we have the progression.
You do have the progression, but I'm calling
into Hyrule Castle.
There is something on Agina that is key to progression. Like, everything else is kind of dead, except for Aghanim. And if Aghanim is there, that means Moon Pearl is on the pyramid, which would just suck. Pearl? Pearl. Someone called Pearl?
But, we'll see. Hitsuyan's gonna...
Hitsuyan got the Pearl. Where did he get the Pearl?
Waterfall Cave.
Ooh. Interesting. Well, that blew my theory out of the water.
Well,
and it
was a noble effort up until it was proven wrong. So
hey,
apparently it is not Colonel Mustard with the lead pipe in the conservatory. But
you're right, it was Candlestick in library.
Exactly. Might still have been Colonel Mustard.
Oh, we know it's Colonel Mustard because the other 4 players have all revealed their clues. I mean, what?
Ah. So Hitsuyan's going to take the
upgrade
prize.
He's trying to farm, but these Zoras are probably the worst part. I would argue that these are probably the worst things to farm for rupees.
7 more to go. Oh, 2 more to go.
It's just bombs. And he's just a boy. Not going to get the tempered because he can't. Roland got the... Oh, he's fake flipping, isn't he?
That's correct.
Okay.
So Roland Tankier is going to end up in the same issue that Shiva was in if he tries to go up to Zora before going to the library at the bottom of Kakariko to pick up the flippers.
I think that's where he's just a boy is going right now. Not getting those upgrades is going to be not getting that sword upgrade might also make the difference here for later in the race. That's a nice zip from He's Just a Boy.
Yeah, a little bit of a speed boost there. So Roland Tankier going to pick up his Moon Pearl.
You see, I can never do that glitch without... I can't do that glitch without the hook shot. I'm just so bad at it.
And it looks like Hitsuyan going to end up exhausting everything they can. Going to head into Eastern Palace, so it looks like everyone's not too thrilled about trying to, go into Aghanim fight for Dark World access.
Yeah, no one wants to pull the trigger on that.
but I think you're
if
just
I had
gonna
the
have
spoiler
to.
log in front of me, I would still not want to pull the trigger on that.
That is so true. You just kind of look at a spoiler log like that and just go, is there everywhere else I can possibly check before I have to,
No. It's like, no, I'm going to required definitively for progression? Yeah, alright. That's mean.
And it looks like Rollin Tankier is going to get a little hint as to what they need to do next. Going to find a Quake Medallion hiding behind the Lumberjack Cave.
Yeah. Honestly, there is no reason not to go to Aghanim after you get that lamp.
There's just nothing else you can do. You can't get into Desert, can't get into Tower of Hera. Even if you had the bow, what's that get you? A blue pendant?
Gets you a blue pendant. And a burrito. Which, if you're hungry...
So it's just like, alright, mommy, I have to go to Aghanim.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hitsuyan 1337 is going to be the first to take one for the team, as it were.
Maybe. Yeah. And he's just a boy's pathing there, too.
He's just a boy diving off the deep end just as quickly as Hitsuyan is at this point. Shiva going into Waterfall Cave, having the flippers legitimately now. Looks like they're in line to be scammed horribly by Zora. I believe it was bombs on Zora, correct?
Yep, just 3 bombs. But he'll be able to get the Tempered upgrade, which the only person who doesn't have that is Rollin.
Yeah, Rollin went up there, but just not equipped to really do anything. And that might bite him because he will be the only one of our runners to not have the Moon Pearl at this point, which is in the Waterfall Cave.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to go back up there.
You know what would really hurt? If he saved and quit. Right after getting... No, wait. Okay, I was looking at the wrong screen while we were talking. Rollin doesn't have the Moon Pearl, though, so he still hasn't been back to the Waterfall Cave.
No, he didn't have...
Right?
He didn't have a way to get in there.
He was water walking at the time? You can't water walk without the Moon Pearl. Oh. Oh, okay. Right.
I don't recall Rollin being inside the Waterfall Cave, but we'll see. He'll open up his item inventory eventually, so...
Yeah. So, anyone want to guess how many blue balls we're going to get?
Oh yeah, I guess we could play the little mini game, since we're definitely going to have Aghanim.
I've got at least 2. I mean, what?
Yeah, training for the next mission here with the big key guessing game. We get the bonus round today with seeing how many blue balls Aghanim is going to throw out before...
Hitsuyan, and he's just a boy. Neck and neck.
Well, just because I want to be right once by saying something is 5, I am going to go with 5.
It'll be 54. No bug net strats for me.
There's one. 2.
3. Yikes.
Ooh, so I think that was all 3.
That's bad RNG.
So the obligatory lightning strike. So that's the second
Already
hit.
on pace for 15. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay,
Ooh.
15's dead. Meanwhile, Rollin falling to
There's 4.
down the pit. Yikes.
There's 5.
Lightning strike. Oof, Rollin took a hit there.
Ooh, I might actually get something right for once.
It's gonna be 6.
Oh, dreams destroyed.
Yeah. 7. And lightning strike. And this should be the last hit, I think. Commentator cursed himself. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
So 7 blue balls.
So that'll put he's just a boy in Hitsuyan into the Dark World at almost 26 minutes exactly. So we'll see what's on the pyramid ledge.
It's a mushroom. I hear you want to do a fetch quest.
Oh, but that would mean I have to go all the way back to the light world for that. So he's just a boy, just noping on out of there. So
He wants to check the mushroom right away.
not a bad idea.
There's a couple checks you can make here, I think. You could at least get in the pod. I think... where are you going? He's just...
He's just a boy. He only has 47 rupees. I don't think he can actually pay off Kiki at this point.
You might be right. And Meyer is a pendant. Or is a crystal. Words are hard.
Well, so we're halfway to actually just legitimately needing that Quake medallion. The easy part was either Meyer or Turtle Rock being one of the...
Well, he's just a boy, can afford Kiki now. If he didn't save out while it was still counting up.
I think he's at... just under. No, he had 47 and picked up the 50. So he would have been short no matter what by just a couple.
Yeah. Plus, they can all access the... words. They can all access Dark World at any time now.
So it is confirmed Rollin Tank here does have the Moon Pearl, so that avoids that disaster.
Yep. I don't think we know what Stun Prize is. Oh, Recovery Heart? Okay. Well, that gets them some health.
I think it was Rollin who used the Redarang early on in the escape sequence.
Well, Mullet Dungeon is starting us off wonderfully with a key.
So it looks like Shiba's actually just going to collect the Quake medallion here.
Not a bad call.
So now the question is, you have Dark World access. Is there...
There's nowhere else you can go. The only place you can go to is Pod. All routes lead to Pod.
But not what I'm getting at, in a sense. Is there any kind of, like, outlier checks? Like a catfish, perhaps? Or does that need hammer or gloves, something like that?
You need gloves. There's only one place you can go. It's just the pod.
Oh, no. So, Agina should still be accessible.
It's the only other outlier, and nobody's checked it. And that's where gloves are going to be.
So, Agina...
She was farming. I don't think they had the money.
Can't you jump into Houlihan on the way over to...
You can, but that requires a little bit of finesse.
Oh, right, they have flippers. They can't do that setup.
I guess.
Thank you, chat, for reminding me that flippers kind of blocks that out, because you want to jump off into the water, but then the flippers will go.
Yeah. This seat is mean.
I like it.
Meanwhile, still nothing in Mullet Dungeon. It's business up front and nothing in the back. Dark Maids need something. Oh. Man, this bottleneck is real. Oh, hey, there's a mirror. I don't think that helps right now.
Ooh.
And more arrows. Why are you saving quitting, Hitzian? You could just mirror back to the entrance.
I think he's a little more interested in perhaps mirroring onto Lake Hylia Island.
Oh, right, he's got the... That's a good call. I didn't even think about that. I forgot you could access that from this direction.
Because, you know, it's not like there's a progression item there. Oh, wait, yeah, that's the flute.
It's the flute. They get Death Mountain access. Yeah, okay. Hitzian might be making the right call here. Because I don't think there's anything else in Pod. It's...
No, so it's basically...
Hitzian's on the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has the mirror, and now the flute. So Hitsuyan is going to basically open up most of the world around him. Puts Desert Palace into play at this point, I think.
No, it doesn't put Desert in play. They need Titans.
Okay, so you can't shenanigans your way over there with
No.
the flute.
It puts Death Mountain in play, and it gives them a quick check to Aguna. And also, you know, speeds up their routing.
It looks like Roland Tank here is on the right track now. Finding...
Does the mountain have the entire west side open? I don't think they can access it from here. They need hammer. They need hammer or hookshot.
Yeah, I was going to say hookshot might have been
west side. No, east. I was thinking east.
Yeah, east side would need...
Sorry, I was thinking least.
Well, it may well just be a least side, but with all of the junk we're filtering through right now, there's got to be items somewhere. But Shiva Hayes is the only one, as of yet. Looks like Rollin is going to pick up a medallion as well. Maybe Hitsuyan overlooking the Lumberjack Cave medallion.
Oh, what's Old Man got? Old Man just wants you to love him. He just wants love. Alright, and... You know... You know what would be really funny? If the basement of Hera had a progression.
Oh, God.
Let's be mean. Let's just be completely salty.
Why not? I mean, we've already forced him into Aghanim. May as well force him into, you know, pretty much... Is
that a hookshot? That's a hookshot inside Spectacle.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, hello. We're doing the fancy bomb jump.
And Rollin Tank here has got the goose on the loose here, so...
Meanwhile, Hitzian's just being kind of swagtacular with that bomb jump. It was delicious, and I enjoyed it. All right, and Paradox. What did we get? What's in the docks?
Yeah, Shiva Hayes picking up the mirror, and I guess just going to keep on trucking through Palace of Darkness. Just
They still got one last chest to check, and it's not great. But Hookshot opens up a lot of options in Dark World. They can cross over to Thieves Town. They can go dip into Skull Woods. Without gloves, they can't really do much else, but it does open up half the map.
And so, Piece of Heart, Full Heart, Bombs, more Bombs, and Fisher Price, my first shield.
Hey, it's a shield. I mean, that's not the worst thing that could be.
Well, I don't think the shield counts as progression, so Paradox Cave, unfortunately, not going to do much.
Maybe if it was Mirror.
Now, what would not surprise me is if Shiva Hayes goes down from Palace of Darkness, perhaps going to hit a Pipe Cave?
They can't.
Oh, that's not accessible.
As much as I want them to do something else, they can't. Like, they're on a railroad. They're on a railroad, and the tracks are going choo-choo.
Yeah, so it looks like Shiva's...
rude.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, definitely rude is...
Dip into Hera. That's a potion. That's a check we can access now.
Yeah, that gives us the sick kid, but a little bit out of the way for me to really...
Some bombs requiring a chest. So purple chest has bombs. So
that
don't
is
go to
correct.
Purple chest.
So no Uber Eats deliveries for Rollin Tank here tonight.
Yeah.
And it looks like Shiva's going to be the last one of our runners on the restream to get the Mallard empowered.
The bird that is the word.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm kind of hoping Rollin Tank here finds something in Tower of Hera here. But,
it would be nice to reward him for, like, deviating. It's a 50-50 on Moldrum, though. So, let's see what happens. Sorry.
Oh, that's alright. So we've got...
My mic was looking at me funny, so I attacked it.
Oh, well, hey. Sometimes you just gotta vent and, let your frustrations out, like Moldorm does right there to Rollin, just saying, nope, get off my rock. This is my house.
Oof. That's a big oof on Rollin. Hitsi. What? Hitzion, what were you doing? Hitzion is confusing me.
He's going over toward Village of Outcasts at this point, it looks like.
Which is no, Skull Woods. You were wrong. Oh boy,
Oh,
and
he's still heading
toward Rollin.
Village of Outcasts.
Oh, Hitsu just got Quake? Okay, I thought he already had it.
But yeah, he picked up his medallion and then
So Rollin has green pendant.
So that opens up another.
It's time for the basement.
Out of the way check. So that's Hera basement, Sahasrara himself, and the sick kid, all from going into Tower of Hera so far.
Ooh, he got hammer from Skull Woods. Man, I really hope that Rollin gets something good out of one of these checks.
So
there's a very good chance it's not going to pan out.
Hitsuyan just seems to be making the right decisions at this point.
I think
he's clear advantage with the hammer and first to gather up silvers as well. So Hitsuyan's
that's a nice little
just expanding at this point. Hammer, silver arrows.
Yeah, he's got more of the overworld unlocked, certainly. But what I'm concerned about is, like, what does he do when, like, Rollin finds the ice rod and, you know, he's looking everywhere for it?
Well, unfortunately, Tower of Hera's basement was a little bit of a whammy there, so...
It was just a heart, but that's not the worst thing it could have been.
No, but you're kind of hoping it's something else. Because, I mean, you make a play like that hoping it's progression. I mean, obviously it would have been worse if it's, you know, rupees of some kind, arrows, bombs.
Honestly, with this being the only dungeon that they have, like, access to, and probably being one of the first...
Well, that's a rod. Hitsuyan, I believe, picking up the fire rod. So this is a 3-item advantage now for Hitsuyan.
Yeah, and it's 3, like, important items.
You know, getting into the Village of Outcasts in Skull Woods, well, at least the party could do, but going into Thieves' Town first would entirely have opened up Skull Woods by picking up the fire rod, so...
Yeah, but you don't want to do Skull Woods right now.
No. But, I guess if you go into Thieves' Town first, get the fire rod, you're just kind of going, okay, well...
You're gonna have to go a little deep into, Skull Woods to get anything of value, I think, besides the hammer. Like, so deep you'd have to actually kill a boss, I think.
Yeah, that is true, but I mean, Rollin so far is already committed to doing Tower of Hera, so...
Not a terrible decision, if it pans out. He's got the flute open, so he can do both of those checks, though. Like, he could go check Sahasrara and Sick Kid real quick. Maybe see if there's something of value there. If there's not, he's pretty much just put himself in a bad spot. But no, he's going into Dark World. Yeah, I think he knows where he needs to go. Meanwhile, he's just a boy picking up his hammer. Why is... Shiva's in Hera now?
Yeah, I guess logically speaking, with what's available, you just take what you can get at this point, and you can get into Hera. So, let's give it a shot.
You know, my hot take on this is, if you've got Thieves' Town and Hera open, and Hera is Hera's just a pendant, even if it's Sahasrara pendant, Thieves' Town has more value. Because there's so many checks. And it's a crystal that you can beat without any other... You can beat it with just a sword.
Well, having a
I mean, if you're already on
Tempered
Death
Sword
Mountain, yeah,
helps,
sure.
but you know. I mean, it's kind of one of those like victim of convenience sort of checks for Shiva and Rollin. I mean, you're there, so I don't disagree with what they're doing, but you know, knowing that they're going to basically strike out unless this is a Ped Seed gone wild.
Don't even start that. We don't want that.
I'm absolutely gonna start that.
I don't want to see that.
I am halfway there. I've got my Agony pedestal, and you know, I'm already scratching off the items that it could be, but no, the bow's already ruled out because Eastern Palace will knock that one out.
Yeah, but you need bow to finish start pod.
Well, I'm just going by the medallion of, okay, what items do I need to, you know, collect the 3 medallions?
You need a bow.
Yes, which is Eastern Palace. Skullwoods rules out Hookshot.
That's also pod. Oh, wait, no. I'm wrong. Hold
well,
on.
the crystals don't matter for the pendants. It's the pendants and their dungeons are what rule out what could possibly be on the pedestal. So, Eastern Palace...
I was thinking pod was a pendant for some reason. Don't mind me. I am...
No, that's alright.
I'm slow.
I can conspiracy theorize just well enough on my own, and chat will definitely tell me if I'm wrong.
2 digs for $5. Definitely worth the value. I mean, what? No, it's not. What's Stumpy got? Oh, hey, there's a shuffle in Sahasrara. What?
Okay,
are we on a fetch crest?
So it looks like, did we turn in the bottle for Sick Kid yet?
I don't know. Shiva didn't... Did Shiva get a bottle?
Shiva was in Tower of Hera. I would certainly hope so.
I would hope Shiva got the blue goo from the easiest chest in Hera to get to.
But it looks like we're off to the dig spot.
With
just
some buried love.
So Shiva had their inventory open, and that was definitely a bottle. So it looks like off to the Sick Kid for Shiva.
Sion is meanwhile checking Hype Cave. And so Rubies. None of the checks panned out.
Hype Cave,
Hera was a bust.
Bloomerang, Blue Safety Vest, Rupees, and more Rupees.
This seed is rude.
So...
Is this a pet seed?
I certainly hope so, but I think upon your declaration of this seed being rude, I think it's only appropriate that we grade Hype Cave as rude of 10.
Yeah, okay, that's appropriate, and more appropriate than the joke I want to make.
I mean, yes, it did have blue mail, but I mean, our runners are already
Someone check Agina.
double digits. But, I mean, this is just...
I'm just waiting for someone to say screw it and go do the pendant dungeons. They can't.
Well, they need to find the bow.
I forgot that swamp was even accessible at this point.
Well, Hitsuyan can get into swamp, but I don't know how far exactly he'll be able to go.
He can clear it.
Oh, he can clear it.
He's got the hook shot.
Oh,
it's the only item you need to clear
true.
it. Well, hook shot and flippers, but yeah.
Well, we have hook shot, flipper, hammer. Yeah, that's just about the whole checklist there.
Oh man. Well, yeah, you need hammer too. You need hammer too, chat. And 1 item confirmed left side. Really? Oh. Why do you need... Oh, yeah, you do need mirror. Huh. Agina having the bow.
Yeah, I think Agina's gonna have something. That
Look, I
looked
called
like...
this early, and they've had the flute for a while, so they've had no excuse
to not check Agina's cave. It looks like he's just a boy. Oh, I thought he was gonna try to do a little more digging, but just deciding not to, picking up...
If there were any other hard money checks, maybe I'd call that a good play, but
at
you
this
don't
point,
need cash anymore.
For a potion, maybe, but he's just a boy gonna mirror. So, Cave 45? Nope.
I'm really just waiting for Hitzian to, like, get deeper into this dungeon. Because at this point, it's clear that he's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Yeah, it looks like Hitsuyan's pretty much...
Shiva, why are you bothering with the statue? Shiva, you have the cane. Shiva, you have...
It's all about conserving the magic. It is a valuable resource.
Shiva, you had the cane. I'm mad at you, Shiva.
I think they got it so early, they may not even actually remember
Hitzian
that they have it.
Definitively ahead. He's in
what
his
Hitzian
second...
pick up?
Well, no, he's like clearing another crystal dungeon right now, and he's yeah, he's got all the same progression items the other runners have. Like, they're all basically running the same railroad at this point.
Yeah, there isn't much in the way of being able to going off the tracks, as it were, and, you know, diverging away, because every time you see it happen, those runners just get punished. Rollin and Shiva going into Tower of Hera, and it just led nowhere unless we have a surprise pedestal. But it looks like he's just a boy into swamp as well, so...
It's the logical call at this point. I mean, well, where else can he go?
That's very true. Agina's cave?
I mean, we all hope, but let's be honest. At this point, it's either something really important or it's a green rupee.
Well, I'm kind of hoping it's something like gloves or even the bow at this point.
Bow would be hilarious, because then that'd put Ped in logic, and that would just be rude.
Well, I think rude. That is definitely the theme of...
Hitzian found gloves.
This seed has just been, you know, absolutely brutal on the runners so far.
We're never, ever going to see Agina. I don't know, we might. Oh, there's an item in the big chest, too. There's maybe an item in the big chest. Unless he's found the compass already, in which case, yeah. Oh, there's definitely an item? Okay, I haven't been keeping as much track of the items. Catfish? Catfish is in logic now.
Yeah, Catfish is open, so that'll be a strange out-of-the-way check that our runners will probably end up getting absolutely nothing on, because, well, every other strange out-of-the-way check has resulted in nothing. But,
well, that was a quick kill from Hitzian.
Silver arrows will do that.
No, he's the fire
I'm
rod.
not actually sure what that was that Hitsuyan got from the boss there. It was right in the middle of the explosion.
10 arrows. Chat's saying 10 arrows.
Well, I'll certainly believe him, and it looks like Hitsuyan confirming for us that there was a item in the big chest. He's back in Swamp. So.
Oh yeah, and also you can't use the silver arrows.
Oh, yeah, minor detail, no bow. Yeah, wishful thinking on my part, but that's what I get for, blinking my eyes and seeing Argus taken down before, I'm able to even... Oh,
by the way, he
hey,
found
look
it.
What we found. That whole no bow thing, yeah, that's no longer an issue now. So,
well, that
for Hitsuyan at least.
My only hope for Agina now is it's got to have Ice Rod.
Oh no! I can think of a much better place for that Ice Rod.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, he's going in to finish Pod. He wants to get some dungeons cleared. He wants some progress.
Well, he's got 2 crystals at this point. Hitsuyan does.
And he's just a boy is right behind him.
Yeah.
With a quick kill on Argus as well. They must practice that. It's beautiful. Second cycle quick kill? Eh.
Yeah, still getting the 2 fire rod shots in and then following it up like
Titan
that.
mitts on pedestal? Yeah, alright. I'll go for that. And he's just a boy, will get his bow as well. Let's see where that takes him. Oh, that's beautiful.
So it looks like Shivahe is about to claim their first crystal, going to take on Blind.
Yep.
So for our restreamed runners, this is going to be close to an hour.
Mitts on Magic Bat. That would be hilarious. With a powder on pedestal. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, they can't fake powder it because they've already all used the mushroom.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So at just short of 58 minutes in, all of our restreamed runners finally claim their first crystal.
Huzzah! Now, let's settle in for another hour. I mean, what?
Oh, only another hour? Oh, I'll take it.
I mean... Yeah. See, I'm looking at, like, as much completion as possible at this point. I forget, what is the maximum number of items you can check in this game?
It says 216 at the end.
I want it to be in the 200 range. I want 216 item checks.
Oof.
Wait. We're getting Agina? We're getting Agina. Boys!
Oh, here we go. Here's the big moment of truth. Rollin Tank.
Raise your pogs! Raise your pogs!
Oh, rupees! And it looks like somebody has
the retirement fund.
Yeah, debated definitely the only proper way to proclaim what just happened there with the Agina check. Oh.
Oh, we just stole his retirement.
Oh, Roland Tankier just turned in the mushroom. So...
Yeah, this is money.
Oh boy. Yeah, more money. So...
Oh, hey, there's Ether.
Yeah, Desert Ledge with Ether, so...
Alright, so after Swamp, after Pod, where did he get Titans?
Good question.
Oh, they're on Helma. Okay, good call. So I guess the next call is Misery Mire.
Yeah, at this point, assuming that the medallion...
By the way,
there's the Ice Rod, so that one's off my Christmas list for pedestal.
Yeah. Wait, is he Go Mode? He's not Go Mode.
Well,
he's maybe Go Mode.
Technically Go Mode. It depends on the Misery and Turtle Rock medallions.
I had a long conversation about this with JTN. It's Schrodinger's Go Mode.
Yeah, almost like Monty Hall's Go Mode, but Roland Tankier going back into Zora's domain to pick up a Tempered Sword. So it looks like Desert Palace for Hitsuyan. The catfish giving us nothing of value. I believe Roland Tankier found some cash over there and then went to deliver the mushroom.
Yeah, I don't think we're at Monty Hall levels of silliness yet. But to confirm that Hitsuyan's in the lead, we're about to get another dungeon clear from him.
Yeah, so this will be Desert Palace. So that'll give him 4 crystals with Ice, which is accessible, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock being the 2 somewhat unknowns. I'm not sure if we were able to see what the requirement for Misery Mire was.
Oh, that was a beautiful kill. That was clinical. Alright, so Meyer was Bombos? Is that what I'm hearing from chat? I'm hearing something about Bombos.
Well, they don't have it, and it looks like Hitsuyan is going to show it to us.
Oh, it's Ether. Well.
So, there's Misery Mire down for Hitsuyan.
Vanilla Mire.
Yeah, Ether to get into Misery Mire, so we can mark that one down.
So I heard you like your chicken a little frosty.
Yeah.
I don't know, some cold chicken? Good in the morning.
Well, frozen chicken, it's pretty much what you get. Now, it looks like Roland Tankier possibly all in here on going for the pedestal seed into Skull Woods. Oh.
Oh no, Rollin. This is a ballsy play and I don't like it.
Well, with what we see on Hitsuyan's side, there's not much that could be on the pedestal at this point, aside from a medallion,
The only thing that would block progression is the bombos.
And we don't even know if that's on Turtle Rock as of yet.
Nope. Turtle Rock is still a mystery. You know...
Ooh, 1 heart left for Rollin, but able to finish it off. Picking up either a bee or a fairy in a bottle, so that's the 2nd bottle. And I believe the remaining item in Skull Woods.
Yeah, looks like it.
So Rollin picking up some death insurance. Going back in to pick up the chest, I'm not sure why. We've got both of the items accounted for in Skull Woods, don't we?
Maybe? Oh, no. Hitsu failed Spooky? Alright, so 19 arrows. Can't miss. I mean, he can, but he really shouldn't. It's a big target.
Well, they are silver arrows, so,
Yeah. Well, that's his, 5th? 5th dungeon clear? So
yeah, Misery Myers, number 5, so it's,
on the Ice
mystery
Palace.
of Turtle Rock and Ice Palace left for Hitsuyan.
Yeah, I'd agree with doing the Ice Palace first here. Worst case, he has to leave Turtle Rock to go find...
Ah, there we go. Rollin finally picking up the hammer, so all of that working around in Skull Woods paying off for Rollin. I think... little bit of a snafu there with the tracker having Rollin listed as having the hammer, but
it's fine.
Oh well. So for Hitsuyan, we've got a 2/3 chance of
he's just go-moding Ice Palace.
Well, I don't blame him, because you've got a 2/3 shot at this point of just being able to run right into Turtle Rock.
I would yes, but he's just a boy, and Shiva Hayes are close enough that if this doesn't pay off, like if it's not one of those 2 medallions, they might be ahead if they do some checks.
That is true. But I still think Hitsuyan is prohibitively in the lead so that he can try to make it all the way without having to make a stop, as it were, for finding Bombos in the case of Turtle Rock being Ether or Quake.
Yeah, Chet is confirming that there is actually a higher chance than 2/3 that it's not Bombos, because Bombos could potentially be in Ganon's tower. So,
well, the only thing I know is it's one of 3 medallions that it could be. So to me, it's an unknown with a 1/3 chance of being any particular medallion. With the Ganon's tower just fits in the whole unknown part of things, so irrelevant of it being in Ganon's tower or not, without external influence, it's got a 1/3 chance of basically being a whammy at this point, whereas a 2/3 chance, and, well, given the evidence of what we've seen so far, potentially higher, of just Hitsuyan being in go mode.
Hitsuyan almost had a really good clear on Cold Stare. That would have been beautiful. There we go. He's clearing these bosses real nice. Alright, so it's on the Turtle Rock. There's not really a lot left. I was calling the 2-hour seed. Hitsuyan is very clearly going to be in under 2 hours.
Yeah, if this works out for Hitsuyan, and there is a very strong possibility that it will at this point, we could see maybe little over an hour and a half for the way this nightmare started to develop for our runners.
I just feel like the city was kind of... It was mean and rude, but it was also kind of boring. And I hate using that word to describe a randomizer, but there was a very set path on this.
Well, it is standard mode, so there isn't really much in the way of diversion that you can really do. And we saw Shiva and Rollin, with their diversion going into Tower of Hera and functionally just being punished for it. So it looks like Hitsuyan has been in go mode. So this will be a Turtle Rock go mode.
Yeah, he's going through.
As
both the medallions were vanilla. Yeah. Why is Bombos marked for Misery Mire?
I think that's just an oopsie daisy from the tracker.
I think they're just having some fun.
Wishful thinking. Now, it looks like Hitsuyan, if we've switched to his audio, very low.
Yeah, his audio is kind of low.
Now, I don't think there's much you can do in the way of go-moding Turtle Rock here, aside from maybe skipping.
You can skip
Mimic
the big
Cave?
chest.
Yeah,
Shiva,
big chest.
you have silvers, right? Yes, you do. What was that? Okay, so I guess if you're not confident in your aim, but not a fan of that. Is he just a boy gonna try for the Ice Palace skip? Because I mean, it's pretty common now, but I don't know. Some people aren't comfortable with it.
Well, I would almost think he's just a boy is going to come to the same conclusion that Hitsuyan had and just go, all right, I can do Ice Palace.
He's already doing that.
Be able to do Turtle Rock, so YOLO?
Yeah. Yeah, there's not really a lot, but then again, Turtle Rock's kind of a big dungeon, but it's also really quick.
Well, it depends on if.
And I got lost here as a kid.
Kind of.
Okay, yeah, he's doing the key skip. You can kind of skip that whole big chest area. You don't get the safety exit to Mimic Cave, but you don't really need it. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You just don't check the big key chest. Because he already has the big key. Yeah, I think Ice Palace Bomb Jump is the first jump everyone tries to learn. It's just saves so much time.
Yeah, it's definitely a very...
Oh, hey! Half magic.
Ooh, that's a nice little consolation prize for Hitsuyan to head up through Turtle Rock with.
As much as I want to see it, and have Laser Bridge just entirely be items and no keys, I think we might want to set up for the mini game for Ganon's Tower soon.
Yeah, I think once we get into
there has to be at least one small key on Laser
fight.
Bridge. Is that in logic?
Well, that's a compass.
Yeah. That's a bonk.
That's a heart.
That's a key.
And it looks like the fourth chest on Laser Bridge will remain a giant mystery.
Yeah, at least until someone else goes to get it.
I can't fathom a reason why you'd want to get it, though. I mean, at this point, you're pretty much right at the end of Turtle Rock, and you go, I don't know, what could you really get?
Curiosity?
The only thing that helps you is a butter sword?
Yeah, pretty much. Butter swords means you could just sort of spam Ganon. And Trianx's heads are down. Yeah, everyone's got mitts at this point, I think, except Rollin.
Yeah, Rollin's gonna get those mitts once he finishes off
Red Mail and Hookshot Cave.
Working.
That's another thing that would help.
And it looks like Shiba's just going to meander on up to Turtle Rock. And
what are you? Why are you? You know what?
So a little bit of a oopsie daisy, perhaps. Play. But I guess Shiba has everything they need to get into and finish Turtle Rock.
They don't
wait, no Ice Rod.
I know what this is. They think Ice Rod's in Turtle Rock.
Oh, boy.
Because, you know, they always
do. A unique item is in Misery Mire. Shiba, you might want to check in on that, buddy.
You might want to go to Misery Mire, buddy.
Alright, so, since chat's already into the big key game, I'm going to have to get my 5.
23.
So that's a small key. That's rupees.
Oh, are we going the interesting way? Oh, hello.
Yeah, looks like it.
And 23 is always going to be that tile room, because nobody checks tile room.
That's very true.
So I will get to just bask in my tile room checking glory. Number is based upon where the runners will check, not where actual chest is.
There are only 22 checks before the big...
Oh, yeah.
But
you're right.
I did not want to ruin the dream, but that was 3, 4, 5, and 6, all gonna swing and a miss on the...
Screw it. Big keys on Aga.
So now we're going to have Number 7, small key.
Big keys on Aga. Have to leave. Basement's haunted. Small key.
Another shield. Rupees.
Red goo.
So I believe that would be the 3rd bottle, although potentially Hitsuyan's
Second.
1st or possibly 2nd.
I think it's the 2nd. 12. You know, this seed just keeps being rude. Even with its Ganon's Tower. Just a rude seed. Oh, there it is. Is that 13?
I believe so, yes. So 13's our winner.
Huzzah!
So, of course, the person who rolls the seed is going to pick the right number, but was beat to it by Foxy Loki, who would be our winner, guessing 13 first out of everybody who guessed.
Don't worry, drunk future self. You'll be sure to remind yourself later. Wait.
Yeah, Shiva is unfortunately almost completely off the reservation at this point. Doing all of those wonky checks.
I mean, if you're gonna commit, you might as well fully commit.
That is true, but unfortunately, I think Shiva got the hint at the beginning saying that Misery Mire had a unique item.
It did.
And unfortunately for Shiva, that unique item is the one they're going to need.
Coincidentally, that unique item is also not inside Misery Mire. Like, the one that they need, that's outside of Misery Mire. That's in the shed.
Yeah, it is in the shed. But Shiva's about to get the bad news, it seems.
So it is near the end of the gauntlet for Hitsuyan. Sorry, I just kind of spaced out over the entire gauntlet. It's, No, Misery Mire Shed is not considered part of Misery Mire. So, scale of 1 to 10. How mad do you think he's going to be?
Oh, Shiva?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's going to be pretty high because I think Shiva has everything to be able to access Misery Mire.
There's the Mimic Chest.
Oh, wait, no. They can't go into Misery Mire. They somehow don't have the Ether Medallion.
It's on Desert Ledge.
So it looks like they're going to solve that problem by...
hopefully.
Getting to the end. And, well, here comes Mire Shed, so...
If he remembers to check Desert Ledge. And he's just a boy who's finished Turtle Rock and going to be the second person to enter Ganon's Tower. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan at the top of Ganon's Tower, clearing Moldrum to Electric Boogaloo, ignoring the final chest and going straight up the stairs.
Yeah, so it looks like Hitsuyen not going to try to find any necessary items to study for his geometry test. Looks like he's fairly confident as it is. And here we go.
Yeah.
Kaga 2 for Hitsuyen.
He must be really confident. He even forgot his notebook.
Yeah, that is true. Ooh.
1 blue ball. Ooh. 2 blue balls, but a double hit.
Yeah, so I think that's 3 hits so far. Maybe that was a double. Not sure if they hit too close to each other. But yeah, there it is. That's
it was
the last hit. So I think
and Hitsuyen's done.
Then a 0, 2, 2, 1.
At Ganon Tower. And is going into the Ganon fight. Do they have any safeties? No, they don't. So let's see what happens. Here it is. The man, the myth, the legend. The bacon. And the Spaceballs reference.
Hitsuyen
has a red potion? Okay, he should be fine.
Hitsuyen has the potions that have been picked up. Yeah, we see the, I believe, a fairy in a bottle and a red potion in a bottle for Hitsuyen.
HJB with the tile room gamble. Yeah? I mean, if you're gonna gamble somewhere. Phase 3 Ganon. Let's go. Oh, Hitsuyen's confident, already switching over to silvers? Ballsy. I think he's forgetting a step there. Oh, it's a butter sword in tile room.
Oh.
Interesting. Spicy. I like it.
Ooh, Hitsuyen getting a shot in before
Hitsuyen is just swagging all over this
just
game.
missed the triple.
No, but that's dead
shot.
Ganon. Just doesn't even respect the game with how rude it's been.
Yeah, a little bit of disrespect there against Ganon, but my oh my, that was a fantastic ending. And it looks like
just cleared all of the bosses really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hitsuyen, not very surprisingly, finishing first place overall with an SRL time 1 hour, 27 minutes, 40 seconds.
Excellent. And seems like he's ready for his interview.
Ooh, I heard an intruder alarm go off.
Hitsuyen,
joining us.
Can you give us a scale here? How rude do you think that seed was?
The seed was really good or not? And GG's, guys.
GG.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You just kind of took this seed by the horns and said, "Yeah, I got this."
You melted all them bosses.
Yeah, after the ice sword, I was not 100% sure, but it was 33%, I guess, that T-Rock is bombers. So I gambled a little bit at the end.
Meanwhile, he's just a boy still not finding the big key to Ganon.
Well, he went full right side, I believe, into the tile room, saw a little Armos on Nice performance, and finally gonna head to the left side, which is where I believe the big key was hiding.
Yeah. Anyway. So, Hitsuyen, just good. Was it a good seed?
The seed was really good. I wish I skipped left side swamp. I hope there was no hint in Eastern for that. Because after the lamp I also skipped Eastern. Because I saw Quake on Lumberjack, I was really sure let's do Aga. Because I had all the items for it and the item behind it, so let's do it and skip the rest of Eastern. There was one item left, I guess.
I think somebody... No, nobody's been through the rest of Eastern yet. So... yeah, we'll never know what that item is.
But the rest of the seed, I guess, was really fast forward. You only can fall for the Hera play.
Yeah, I think a couple of our runners actually debated themselves in on the Tower of Hera play. Early on, we were actually speculating that Agina might hold progression. Was there any reason why, with the limited checks you could make, especially early on, that Agina's cave never really came up for you?
Yeah, after I found the lamp, I did Egger and then I said do everything with the next items I get and don't do all checks. So the first thing was going to pot after Egger. I guess the worst thing was farming rupees for me in this seed for Zoa and pot.
Yeah,
Because I slashed in many monsters, so that cost 2 or 3 minutes, I guess.
the Zoras were kind of mean to you with their drops.
And
Yeah,
after finding the lamp, then I saw I have only 30 rupees and said, oh no. And then I got a little bit lucky before pop with 20 drops.
We're getting questions from chat. Hitsu, what time is it there, and why are you still awake?
It's 4 hours after midnight for me.
Okay.
And
So,
I'm awake because I'm a fake American.
That's fair.
Well, if you don't mind me cutting in real quick, we've got a second place finisher, Blaine. One of the runners running off of the restream. Since this is a daily race, it is open to all comers, although we have 4 restreamed. Many people are running the race. Blaine's time, 1 hour, 32 minutes and 1 second. So almost a good 4.5 minute lead over second place, Itsuyan. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
So, was there anything that really stuck out as sort of that aha moment for you where you just kind of went, okay, this is where I'm gonna just go for it at this point and not really worry about anything out of the way?
Yeah, I don't know what you can do wrong in this seed. Only the Hera play and maybe Eastern one more check. But after Egger, I guess everyone do pot. Then you do after the hookshot. Maybe Hera. But after this you do the full round because you have no gloves and no hammer. And you get everything then. After the bow you do pot and get the mids. Then you go maybe Turtle Rock, but I go Desert and Maya first because there are 2 dungeons I can clear probably. And then I hit Go mode in this area, so really good seed for me.
Yeah, Tower of Hera, just so you know, was a nightmare because that was where you get the first bottle from.
Oh no.
There was
Fire
something
lock.
else in it. The basement led to a heart. You got the
no.
bottle, and I think a fetch quest item in there as well.
Where was the shovel? I don't think that was Hera, was it? Oh, green pendant. It was the green pendant from Hera. So, yeah, there was just a bunch of misleading threads at Hera.
So yeah, you go to the sick kid and get rupees, I think it was. Go to Sahasrara, get a shovel, which then led to
Piece of heart.
more rupees or a piece of heart. It was junk, no matter what way you end up putting it. But
he's just a boy going into the Ganon fight finally with Shiva on having just cleared Cold Stare. It's yikes. It's a bit far behind.
well, Shiva admittedly did pretty much every out-of-the-way check that I think was possible, Shiva ended up doing, so...
They also did Desert really late.
I think Shiva's going to end up back in Turtle Rock now and able to close this out.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, going to have to go through just about the entirety of Turtle Rock a second time, which is never a desirable thing to have happen in a seed.
You barely want to go through Turtle Rock the first time.
That is true. But he's just a boy going to be our 5th place finisher. 1 hour, 37 minutes, 4 seconds. And to fill in the gaps, Frostbite 3030, our 3rd place finisher, 1 hour, 35, 2 seconds. Matt, 7898, just 2 seconds behind in 4th place with 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Alright.
And it sounds like another intruder alarm going off, so I believe he's just a boy joining us now in the post-game lobby, as it were.
Welcome.
Welcome. That was a pretty fun seed. But I'm the only person who finds the butter sword, though.
Probably. I don't. We might find out. Shiva Hayes and Raylan are in Turtle Rock right now.
Well, butter sword was somewhere along the.
Yes, Shiva did finish
not
Ice Palace.
Traveled in Ganon's Tower, was it not?
The butter sword. It was in Tile.
It was in Tile Room.
Yeah, so most likely no one's opening it. Since I do Dark Magician strats just about every time, should almost rename it at this point. But if you get 4 keys, there's a really good chance that there's not a key in that chest. So I gambled. I felt like I made a good enough gamble on hoping that I had a Turtle Rock medallion that wasn't Bombos. But yeah, the scene was pretty straightforward. The Aghanim play kind of made sense. I put it off a little bit longer than I wanted, but it was kind of mean how they forced you all the way around before you got a glove.
Yeah, we've been talking about how rude the seed is throughout the entire run. Though really linear is just a better word for it.
Well, it was definitely a little bit of a boy at the start because of just the limitation on items and what you could do, it just felt like, all right, well, you're getting stuck with going one very specific route, and if you tried to deviate from it, it was just nope, slap. You're getting penalized for going off the rails, as it were.
Yeah, I guess like right at the beginning, I saw where the flippers were, and then I got the boots, and I'm like, oh wow, what are the odds that there's going to be something important on the ledge over by Zora?
I mean, it wasn't unimportant.
Well, I could have probably skipped it, but I was thinking, how much time it's going to cost me to go back really isn't that much. Probably 2 minutes, and it'll make the rest of the seed easy. And obviously, I wouldn't have found Butter Sword until the end, or Tempered Sword. So I think I made the right call to go back for it.
Yeah.
And no safeties. Like I didn't find Bugnet. I didn't find powder. Not a bottle till the end of the game. So it's a really good thing I went back and grabbed that sword.
Yeah.
Well, I think the game wanted you to go to Lake Hylia Island after getting the flippers, because that rewarded you with the flute. And then the game really started to open up to some extent.
Yeah, the bait into Tower of Hera was tempting, but I'm glad I held off of doing that one. But finding the hook shot, I was like, yeah, I'm not going there.
Same.
See you later.
Well, as Hitsuyan, we explained to him before, you got completely debated by Tower of Hera because it was the green pendant, which turning that in would lead to the shovel, which then led to nothing. The basement was nothing. I think it was a heart. The bottle, which was somewhere along the way in Hera, which sent you to the sick kid.
First basement chest.
Doesn't give you anything. And it was just... ugh.
So, to interrupt you briefly, we've got some more finishers. LT Gray at 6th place with a time of 1:41.01. Cassidy Moen at 7th place with a time of 1:41.40. And Trinex killing himself at 8th place with 1:41.53. I mean, what? He has to kill himself to finish the game. It's unfortunate.
If only it was Randomizer who could respawn himself somewhere else.
So he's just a boy. You are not the only person to get butter.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, Rollin Tank here.
Rollin's been the one doing all the risky strats.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, they've not been paying off. I guess it's just a point at which you just go, all right, well, I've been making the low percentage plays a little too much here, so I may as well just go for it at this point.
Might as well.
I had this point in the seed right after beating Swamp Palace where I was convinced it was going to be a pedestal seed and my Titan's mitts were going to be on the pedestal. And I was like, I'm going to Pod. If Pod doesn't give me anything, which I'm like, it's not going to, I'll just clear Easter and go up to Hera, beat Skullwoods, and blind pull the pedestal. And then I got the Titan's mitts, and everything changed. And Go mode pretty much came almost directly after that, so I'm really glad that it didn't go that way for me.
Etium is finished in 9th place with a time of 1:43.32. Raylan is finishing off Dark Magician route. Going all the way down to the Ice Harmos, it looks like.
Well, it wouldn't be the Dark Magician strat without a Armos on performance.
See, I like to do, like, half Dark Magician. Go up to the...
You still go left first, and then right to the 4 chests, and then back left again?
No, I like to just finish the route out until, you know, before the big room, and then go back.
Okay.
You do have to appreciate the commitment.
Yeah, I've done Dark Magician strats for probably my past, like, 80 seeds. So, I like it. I feel like it's paid off for me more than it's hurt me. So that's why
I think that's one of those things that's just a preference thing. Like, there's not really a right choice there.
Yeah, I look at it too as if most people are going to do a standard route, and if I can do Dark Magician, and if it pays off for me, that's an instant time gain, especially if it's a key on the right side and there's no small key on the first 2 chests. That always feels really good when you find the big key over there.
Yeah. Something I'm a little sad. Nobody found the mirror shield. Nobody ever finds mirror shield. It's always missing.
We have a couple items that are MIA this seed. No Bombos, no Cane of Burna,
No
and
book?
no Book of Medora.
No geometry notebook. The Demolisher 1 is finished in 11th place with a time of 146.15. Zoizid has finished in 12th place with a time of 146.16. And Shiva missed the Silver Arrows. I mean, what?
Well, Shire finished in 10th place with a time of 145.15.
I missed that one. We got Big Key for Rollins, so they're both making the climb. Shiva's ahead. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. Although, I don't think it should. I feel like Ganon's Tower is one of the more practiced parts of the run. It's like individual bosses, Ice Palace bottom jump, and then like Ganon Tower routing.
Well, you gotta remember, the runners pick up a red potion along the way, so that's gonna help the cause as it were.
That's if they open the chest.
Well, Shiva definitely did, and I think Roland Tankier did as well on the way to picking up the big key.
Yeah, but I know there's been a few times where I've had potions and I just sort of flubbed it. I just brain fart and just don't use it. Rollin is getting some safety over here. Or healing. Just healing.
Well, I'd consider picking up 14 hearts plus with that little area a pretty good idea.
Also, am I the only person who uses ether to clear some of these?
You may just be, because that ether medallion takes a bit of time to actually activate.
It does, but I think it saves more time because I am awful at hitting the skeletons with anything that's not, 10 tiles wide.
It's not a bad strategy for the Stealthos. They're my least favorite enemy in the game by far. That's half the reason I do Dark Magician, is so I don't kill him in that one room.
Shiva is fighting Aghanim. I haven't seen how many hits he's gotten.
Well, he blundered away one of them. It looks like...
Oof.
I think he's on 3 hits right now.
I think he's
4.
frustrated too.
Well,
At this point, I would switch to Bugman and just like start hitting him with it. Not even the balls, just hitting him.
It seems like all Aga wants to throw anyways is blue balls.
Yeah.
Aga 1 and 2.
Alright, Shiva's going in the Ganon fight. Rollin is finishing up the climb.
Ooh, Rollin missed one of the Wizrobes the first time through.
Yeah.
So it
Still
looks
not
like
very good at that room.
Shiva at about a little after 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 30 seconds going to start the Ganon fight.
We might be at sub 2 for Rollin too, if everything goes right.
Oh, so far, Rollin has taken the scenic route, is probably best way to describe his route through Ganon's Tower so far.
I mean, he's just a boy took the same route, so...
That is true.
Yep, identical. even opened up tile room. Mad props to Raylan.
Alright, looks like final phase for Ganon hasn't fallen off. That's always a good start to the fight. Did not get the... Okay, did get the first silver arrow.
Yeah, I think only going to get one... Ooh, did get 2 hits. Almost set up the triple there, but just like Hitsuyan's pattern a little while ago, landing the double and then Ganon moves up top and finished off with the 4th arrow. So Shiba Hayes just one little block left, the last step of the journey, and that'll do it. Shiba
GG,
Hayes,
Siva.
our
GG.
13th place finisher overall, 1 hour 52 minutes 8 seconds.
Rollin might get a nice hit here. Ooh.
Yeah, I think I heard 2 there for Rollin.
Yeah, it's a double because the other 2 were stacked. This one missed.
Yeah, that's where I think Shiva, on that particular one, had a little trouble. Rollin making very quick work of Aghanim. So plenty of time left before we hit the 2-hour mark for Rollin to finish off Ganon.
Yep. Alright, last runner into Ganon, or on our stream.
Yeah, of the restreamed runners, yes.
Yes.
Mr. Scruff
Ninja Tuna. 14th place, 153.04.
Yeah, sneaking one in there before Rollin was able to finish, so hopefully gonna hold on to 15th place. We'll see if anyone else snipes out Rollin.
I think most people should be, like, most of the regular runners should be at or near Ganon at this point.
Well, it is why it's a race, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, he got a double. Ooh.
Yeah, not quite the strategy Shiva or Hitsuyan used, but
it was effective.
Still rather effective. Rollin gonna finish before the 1 hour 55 mark easily at this point.
Huzzah!
And that'll do it for Rollin. 15th place, 1 hour, 54 minutes, 40 seconds, the official SRL time.
Hi, Rollin.
Hello, GG's.
Oh, you say that with such conviction.
Such enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's not funny to play an hour on tilt. It's just, yeah. And the worst of it's not even the location of the hammer. It was a straight up mistake that I didn't go there in the first place. What I went with was my crystal Skullwoods routing, which it obviously wasn't.
Yeah. We did notice the Skullwoods clear. We were actually thinking you might be making a pedestal play.
No.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Was that just a little bit of a blunder by the Skull Woods play going in to finish off Mothula pretty much right at the start and then running it back through?
No, that mistake was even way earlier. That was when I went to Village of Outcasts before Skullwoods. That was already the mistake in my routing that I usually do only if Skullwoods is a crystal. And if it's a pendant, I usually go first into Skullwoods to check it. Which I intended to do when I went into the Dark World there, and then I didn't.
Oh, yeah, because Thieves Town had the Fire Rod, and the hammer was in Skull Woods, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it was, but it was in the front, so if I would went with my usual play of just checking the front of a pendant Skullwoods and then forgetting about it forever, it would have been fine. This way, I found the fire rod, was on my way to clear Skullwoods, remembered that it was a pendant, was tilted and decided, okay, just skip it, and it had the hammer, which I then last locationed. Yeah.
Oof. So I guess just a little bit of a mistake, so...
Yeah. That was the one and only thing about this run. And mistake which backfired pretty hard.
Yeah, I bet that Hera check didn't feel great either.
Yeah, it was a gamble, but that one was okay. Went for it, didn't pay out. That one's
one of those gambles that you can feel comfortable making because
it's a very tricky gamble, I guess, with no hammer and no gloves, because you cannot reach this location. Really good.
well, if you find the flute, which you get with the mirror, and you can get there. So yeah.
Well, any final words for anyone else?
At least I found my butter sword.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that you both did.
Yeah.
I just want to say GG to all the runners here, commentators. Thank you guys, restreamer, all the Twitch chat. I'm gonna watch this back one later, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it.
I hope so.
Same for me, guys. Thank you.
Well, I agree on the thanks, but I don't want to watch this again. I don't want to relive it. I know my mistakes.
I don't blame you.
Revenge that.
Yeah, and I want to give a little bit of a shout out to the unsung heroes of this particular broadcast are trackers Cataclysm and Redareamer. Without them, we would have absolutely no idea where runners were.
Absolutely, they deserve it for sure.
So with that in mind, obligatory give everyone a follow. And we'll catch you on the next race, which is we do daily races, so tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow at 2 p.m. and I'm gonna sneak on in there and see if I can catch a glimpse of what the format is. I believe it's open, and then the 9 p.m. tomorrow is casual. So we'll see what that entails. I believe that is a deviation of the standard mode, where I think the uncle gives 2 items.
No.
Interesting.
Casual means it's uncle assured. You'll always get a sword.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
So
Anyway.
I'm slightly wrong on that one, but I think that's going to do it for us here tonight, right?
Yep. Everybody have a great night. Hits the end, get some sleep.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll see you another time. Bye.